Watch out, Ellie. The gate's gonna open for me. It's that windy. Well, the way the wind is blowing, you can definitely tell we're supposed to have some thunderstorms tonight. So this may be the driest this field is for several days. So I want to try to get out here. I think the ground is firm enough, and I'm going to try to mow down all of these stalks that we have out here from the sorghum Sudan grass that we planted. So I've got a total of 6 acres out here that I need to mow, and I've only got a 7-foot brush hog, so this is probably going to take me several hours to get it all knocked down. But if the weather permits and the ground stays dry, I'm going to try to get out here sometime soon. I'm going to try to disc this also. I'd like to get it planted sometime this spring. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to plant, but I would like to have at least something out here for the cattle to be able to graze in the summertime. Nope. Trying to level this out. There we go. Now it seems level. It's a good spot. I just had my first casualty. Apparently I had a step-in post out here that I couldn't see that was on the ground, I guess. And now I got plastic everywhere. Pretty sure there's more of it than this. Another piece. Well, I think I found about half of it. I don't know where the other half went. I put up some temporary fence the other day. I thought I was missing a couple fence reels. Somehow I left them out here. Don't want to mow these over. All right, these are in this walkway where I don't need to mow. I can come back later and pick these up. As I was coming around for the second pass, I noticed this, and I'm glad I did. Right there is the end of the post. I would not want to get that in a tire. That's for sure. Yeah, that's the most important part. Glad I found it. So I got about 40% of the field mowed so far, but this other side, it does have a lot of temporary posts and stuff laying around, some that are still in the ground. And I think I'm just gonna go back, grab the Ranger, just get all this temporary fence picked up so that I don't accidentally tear some more stuff up. All right, I got all the fencing stuff picked up. And yesterday, I actually put in some temporary fencing yesterday. That's why I knew those reels were missing. So I set up some temporary fencing out here in the yard, and it goes around the garden and the orchard, comes down here to the pond, and then back to the pasture fence. And I've got it opened up to the sheep, and you may not be able to see, but the sheep are out here grazing in this area. And the temporary fence reels I found the other day were only my half reels, they weren't full ones. So this area ended up being a lot smaller than I could have made it if I just knew where those other reels were. Just walking by here, I noticed that the lids that I put on these totes have come off. One's just right here, but the other one's out there in the pasture. So it is gonna get, it's windy right now, but it is gonna get really windy tonight. So I may need to find some bungee cords or something, try to strap them down. All right, I'm back out here in the field now, so let's see if we can finish up this mowing. All right, I just finished up. I've got all 6 acres mowed down. It's a little bit after 5 in the evening now, and I need to try to finish up the chores and everything before it gets dark. Hello, Maya. How are you? You guys want to come out here and see what I mowed? When I came out here and mowed, the steers came out as well. Man, they were running around and bucking like broncos. They loved having this big area to be able to run in. All right, Maya, look out. Look out. Maya, why are you walking with me? Maya, what are you doing? I'm trying to open this gate. Yep, there you go. Go on out. You gonna come out, Oliver? Hmm? Come on. There you go. There you go. All right, girls, hold on. You guys got your own hay bale. Quit complaining. So I saw Rebecca came out, and I think she's up there doing the chores with the chickens and the sheep. Yeah, Rebecca just walked back to the house. She's got the eggs. She did the rest of the chores, and she said she already fixed supper, so I got some food to go eat. So I got a package here from Swag Off-Road. I did buy this. This isn't sponsored or nothing like that, but I bought some more. I got some more metalworking tools. I got a couple more metalworking projects that I want to do. I just didn't have the correct tools to fabricate what I want to make. So that'll be something coming up here pretty soon. Pretty excited about some of these new tools. I'm just trying to get everything all put together, get the shop all lined out, and it's coming together. So Rebecca ended up making chicken and gnocchi soup. She said she doesn't have the spinach, but it's got everything else in it. So that's supper, along with some breadsticks. This tote right here, you can see it's not really stacked. It's kind of like all those oddball chunks that are all twisted and everything. And I planned on burning this tote in the workshop. I'm gonna try putting a bungee cord over the top of this. See if that helps. I would try a couple different ways and see which ones work. So like I said earlier in the video, we do have a chance of some thunderstorms overnight. I think about 1 in the morning they're gonna hit. But the real problem is really high wind. I think they're more worried about big wind gusts up to, I think, 55 mile an hour tonight. They're concerned that that could end up maybe knocking down trees or something, but they're concerned there might be some power outages. But the way I look at it is the weatherman can never really predict the weather, at least not very well. So I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. We'll see what everything looks like in the morning. Well, it's next morning now, and we got to run up to the mailbox, ship out some stuff. We're gonna check for some storm damage. Nothing apparent from the house, but we did get a warning on our phones at, what time was that?
2:30, I think.
2:30 in the morning, and we found it this morning. We slept through the entire tornado warning, but apparently there were some tornadoes that weren't too far away. What are you wearing?
It's flip-flops.
It finally warmed up enough, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every one of them held, except for this one right here. I didn't bungee the one that's only half full, and it's not too far away, about 60, maybe 80 feet away. All right, we'll open this gate up, let the sheep out in the yard to graze.
The rain was hard and fast. Look at the...
You're right, you can tell the rain's hard and fast. It's like where you washed out the driveway. You can see like the little, like a stream went down the driveway. So yeah. Definitely did get some decent rain, even though we slept through it. So right here is one of the trouble spots in our driveway anyway. You can see we don't have a ditch on this side, so the water runs down this road, and then it kind of gets to here, and then it starts washing over on the side. You can see there's gravel that goes down here. And like, this needs built up, but I really need to have, I need a ditch like on this side so that the water, right now the ditch is the road. All the water runs on it. So we've mentioned this several times. This barnyard here at this old bank barn, it is downhill. It's on a slope. And we've put like wood chips and stuff in here before, and they just wash down the hill. And apparently, all of the hay from the hay feeder up there, or not all of it, but a good portion of it, it rained so hard that it washed that hay out, and we got a pile of hay out here in this little pasture behind it. So everything's pointing to we got some pretty decent rain last night. Oh my goodness. Chickens complain if you don't give them some of this feed. There's still some laying on the ground from yesterday. Let's have a quick look at your feed trough. Yeah, looks like there's a little bit of water in that corner. My little hole's plugged. I'm gonna have to make it bigger. Well, if you guys wouldn't just like get in the way of it, you wouldn't get it all over your head.
It's all good for the mushrooms.
Yeah. Rebecca is already waiting for morel mushroom season. She is checking the websites, seeing if there's any sightings of mushrooms.
I checked my spots.
Yeah, she's already went out and looked, so she's just waiting. Probably a couple more weeks,
Yeah.
right? That'll be coming pretty soon. This is why we upgraded to a bigger mailbox. As long as there's only a couple orders a day, we don't have to leave the house. See something blue out there. Do you see that?
Yeah. Is it the swimming pool from the basement?
It could be. We're gonna sneak up on chickens that we think are laying eggs. So there's a chicken, if you can tell it, she's inside of this spool of wire. So there's probably gonna be an egg in there tonight. And then we got a chicken right there in that wood pile. There's a little nest, so we'll probably have an egg there. And there's a chicken in that corner, probably can't see her. So there'll be an egg there. And we can hear one, and she's probably in that back corner behind the window. Well, the mysterious blue object that we could see was the little pool we used for the ducks. So it had to go around the workshop, around the house, and it was on the walkout of the basement.
It's trash now. It's got a ton of holes in it.
That thing's pretty beat up. So out here off the side of the workshop, right now we have 3 of these set up to be freezers, and it's a little unorganized, but we still have, like, these are turkeys. We still have we had a total of 5 turkeys left in here, and we need to get this all somewhat cleaned out, organized, see if we can free up at least one additional freezer that's empty, because the steers will be heading off to the processor in like 6 weeks. So we got out a turkey earlier this week. We brined it yesterday, and today we will be roasting it in the oven inside. Here's the turkey in the brine. One of these days we're gonna break our fridge with these. These are so heavy. So our turkeys, this is one of our smaller turkeys, actually. So, and it's still so big that you can't fully submerge it in the brine. All right, let's see if we can pick this boy up. I don't know if this is the best way. So we saved an old roasting pan. That's the only thing that's really big enough for these turkeys. That was the finishing touch. I could have done that for you.
This is like a far reach.
I know. They're not light turkeys.
Yeah. Okay.
So Rebecca and I were just talking about the length of the YouTube videos. Whether, like, ever since I quit my job, I've been putting more work and stuff out here on the property, and my videos a lot of times are now like 2 days worth of work. The videos are anywhere between 23 and 28 minutes long, sometimes longer than that. And before I quit and started doing this full time, I think my videos averaged closer to 18 minutes. So what's the sweet spot, right? What do you guys really want? It's a long time to sit down and try to watch an entire video. So should I do just like 1 day increments and post shorter videos more often? Or should I continue to do what I'm doing and post these longer, more like a TV show, 30-minute long video? Like, what's the sweet spot? I mean, if I did the shorter videos, I'd probably have content out, more often. So I'll probably have to put a poll up, ask you guys what you think is the right length, and maybe we can adjust from there. But I think right now, looking at the weather, I was trying to figure out what else I was going to do today. and it's gonna rain again here in another like hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's gonna rain all the way into the nighttime. So I'm not gonna really get much done out here. It's already muddy. So I think I'm gonna head upstairs, start editing this video, and we'll come back here in a minute when we, in a few hours, when we get the turkey out of the oven, and we'll see how that turned out. There she is. Nice and browned. So that is going to be a lot of turkey for us to both try to consume in a week. It's going to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, I figure I'll just take a bunch of the breast meat and make some turkey pot pie.
Yeah, and there's other things we can do with it as well, probably.
Turkey tetrazzini, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, so even if we can't eat it all, it's not necessarily going to go to waste. We'll try to preserve it some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's going to end up being it for this video. I will try to post a poll probably in the next day or so. I told them about the video length.
Yeah.
So like what they thought was the perfect length of a video. I'll try to post a poll, and I'll get your guys' opinion. But I think that's it for this one, guys. So hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next one.